Hi and welcome to the GymWolfPT blog. Today I want to talk about a topic that's very close to my heart for a number of reasons, and that's exercise and the effect that it can have on mental health. So quite a serious topic here. I don't want to bore you or make you feel down by talking about this, but I think it's something that should be addressed, should be talked about. It's nothing for people to be ashamed of. Many people at some point in their lives will suffer from some form of severe stress, anxiety or depression. That's the way life is these days. In previous decades it's been overlooked a lot, but I think society is getting to know now that these things are real illnesses. The people don't purposely go out to feel depressed and anxious, whatever. They're an illness like anything else. So I think it's good to talk about it. For some people, they might have anxiety or stress, and it might pass of its own accord fairly quickly sometimes. Particularly where there's a reason which is bringing this stress on, that reason might pass. I always saying, this too will pass. Think about summer doesn't stay forever, winter doesn't stay forever, things move on. So sometimes stress and anxiety can just pass of its own accord. For other people, the battle can be longer and harder. However, luckily the research and studies in this area have been immense, and as a result solutions and support has improved greatly over the last number of years, and I think it does continue to improve still. There's a lot more information on the internet, through doctors, on the television, through all different means, the media means. There's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of research going on, so I think that's only can be seen as a positive thing. So if you do suffer from mental well-being issues, don't despair. You will beat it. And I'm talking from, like I say, this is an area close to my heart. So I'm with you on this. It's quite clear that physical exercise has an effect on our bodies. That we all know that, but the effect that it has on our mind and our mindset is less well known and less publicised, and like I say, I think it's coming out now, but still a lot of people don't associate what exercise can do to your mind. So below I want to discuss the reasons what exercise can do to your mindset and how it can be used to address some of the symptoms such as stress, anxiety and depression. So first off, it does reduce stress. Working out, some people might think, I'm dreading working out, and that might stress them, but if you get into the activity of working out, it does reduce stress, and there's reasons for this. When you're working out, your body produces a hormone called cortisol. This hormone causes stress, so you might be thinking, I don't want to work out because I'll make myself more stressed. However, for your body to get to learn how to regulate and control cortisol, it needs to have it in its body. So if you're working out and you're releasing this cortisol, your body adapts, and by doing this it will reduce overall stress levels. It takes time, so we're not saying you're stressed, have one gym session and everything's cured. It takes time for your body to adapt and to learn how to use this cortisol, but if you exercise regularly, it will reduce stress. Secondly, it combats the onset of anxiety and improves mood. So again, we're talking hormones. So physical exercise has been, lots and lots of research has been done to show that doing physical exercise releases endorphins, which are known as the feel-good hormone. So these are getting released into your body, so they make you feel good. So exercising will reduce anxiety and it will make you feel better. Thirdly, it generates self-confidence. When you start feeling the benefits of fitness and exercise, once you start getting fitter and healthier and the positive changes hopefully arrive in your body, it does give you self-confidence. There's no getting away from that. you very rarely see someone who's in good shape who isn't. I'm not saying they could not have confidence, but they're usually very confident about the body if they're in good shape, and that's not vain. That's just human nature. So you should benefit from it. If something does make you feel good, that's great, and if it gives you self-confidence, take that in, build on that. So exercise as well, it gives you more focus. So working out is a super way to halt racing thoughts and to focus the mind. You'll often find, I know I often find that my best ideas often come in the gym. Why is that? Is there something about the gym that I'm seeing stuff that trigger? It's not. It's because your mind becomes more focused, and when your mind becomes more focused, you're more adapt and ready to take the ideas. In your brain, we always talk about your brain. You're only using a very small proportion of it. So anything that lets you focus will see you improving your ideas and coming up with good solutions to things. Sleep. If you exercise well, you'll sleep better. Obviously, if you're taking high caffeine drinks and you're training late at night, I wouldn't advise that because that will inhibit your sleep. But if you're working out hard, intense, doing good workouts either in the morning or at night, it should get your body into adapting where you're wanting to recover and have good sleep patterns. And sleep obviously is important for your muscle growth and recovery. So doing exercise will improve your sleep long term. A big one here, exercise can reduce the likeliness of depression. So there's lots and lots of reports again that show a strong link between you being active and having lower rates of depression. That's not to say that if you exercise you won't get depressed, but it's reducing that risk. So it's suggested that if you train or exercise 3 to 4 times a week, you can reduce the risk of depression roughly by about 20%, which has got to be good. Then there's the social aspect of training. So getting out to the gym or out in public doing physical exercise has benefits. Putting yourself amongst humans is great for the mental health and well-being of yourself. So why not add a social aspect to your training by exercising with a friend, joining a club or a group? As much as exercise is great for mental health and well-being, it will not always be the sole cure for these conditions. So if you really are struggling with depression, anxiety and sadness, I'm not saying just go and exercise and more exercise. You should be seeking professional help. But what I am saying is exercise can help. If you're feeling a bit stressed, you're feeling a bit anxious, you're starting to feel a bit depressed, exercise can certainly reduce this and help combat it. And if you do go to a professional, that's often one of the things they will tell you to do. They will say, do you exercise? And they'll recommend you even if it's just going out for walks but making your body active is definitely the right thing to do. So I hope this vlog has been helpful. Like I say, mental health, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's good for us to talk about it. If you know people who are suffering, do your best to understand them, do your best to help them where they can, and if they want to exercise with you, that would be a great start. Cheers.